Prepare to be shocked what NASA discovered about Neptune. There are two planets that are notably underexplored when it comes to studying the planets in our solar system. The majority of expeditions tend to ignore Uranus and more specifically Neptune, the enormous ice giant and eighth planet from the Sun. Are you guys excited to explore more about this icy planet? Welcome to Space Gateway, where today we'll be taking a deeper look at the intriguing blue planet and everything we currently know about it. Despite this, Voyager 2 and the Hubble Space Telescope have obtained some remarkable photographs of this cold and enigmatic world. The eighth and farthest giant planet from our Sun, Neptune, is chilly, dark, and buffeted by supersonic winds. It was the first planet to be discovered using calculations. Neptune's famed big moon Triton is a must-mention while discussing the planet. Some would even contend that the satellite attracts more attention and is better known than the planet itself, being the only moon in the solar system to circle in the opposite direction from its planet. It should come as no surprise that when Voyager 2 began its mission, it actually captured some spectacular images of both Neptune and its powerful satellite. According to NASA, the spacecraft was plummeting southward at an angle of 48 degrees to the plane of the ecliptic when the Voyager obtained one of these images that showed the crescents of both the blue planet and Triton. When the photo was shot, a different picture of the moon in all its magnificent mystery was captured by Triton's global color mosaic. Perhaps the only satellite in the solar system with a nitrogen ice surface is Triton, which is assumed to have a nitrogen-rich atmosphere. The blue-green band across Titan is thought to be nitrogen frost, while the more pinkish band is likely to be methane ice. Voyager 2 captured an image of what appears to be a massive anticyclonic storm in the planet's southern hemisphere that scientists have simply named a Great Dark Spot, comparable to the Great Red Spot that has been seen on Jupiter. Among its neighboring planets, Neptune indeed boasts some of the oddest weather patterns, holds the record for the fastest winds with gusts reaching 100 miles per hour or 1.5 times the speed of sound through the atmosphere. Think about that for a moment. The dark area on Neptune is estimated to span the planet's surface over a distance of nearly 4,600 miles. It also includes a smaller partner storm called Darkspot Jr., which researchers speculate might merely be a fragment of the primary storm that has dissipated. The Voyagers noticed the enormous storm in the smaller, swifter storm that they named Scooter, but 4 years later, astronomers looked for the same storm using the Hubble telescope, and it seemed to completely evaporate. Scientists are still baffled as to how and why it vanished. Meet Hippocamp, the tiniest moon of the blue planet ever discovered. NASA's Hubble Space Telescope was able to take a picture of what may be the newest and smallest moon of Neptune. Hippocamp, which is only 21 miles across and orbits dangerously near one of Neptune's largest moons, Proteus, in fact the two are only 7,450 miles apart, was named after the sea horses in Greek mythology that drew Neptune's chariot. Hippocamp may have actually been formed as a result of the debris being blasted off of Proteus after colliding with a comet. Had it come from anywhere else, the giant moon would have given it the boot or swallowed it up, according to many astronomers who believe that the little satellite has actually had quite a violent past. This was discovered in 2013 among the images taken by the Hubble Space Telescope. Hippocamp, the smallest moon of the farthest known planet in our solar system, brings the total number of Neptune's moons to 14, which makes it a particularly noteworthy celestial body. Neptune's surface is very different from our own planet Earth because it is mostly made of layers upon layers of gas, it is covered in thick clouds, and its interior is made up of heavy and compressed gases. Voyager 2 took the most stunning image of Neptune just 2 hours before the big blue planet made its closest approach. Imagine it as a huge ball of gas that is hanging in midair. The white cloud formations that are concentrated in particular locations can be seen in the photograph that the spacecraft took. At a speed of 700 miles per hour, the cloud systems around Neptune circle the planet. It is still unclear why some areas appear to have more cloud clusters grouped together than others. The pole regions, whether they're in the north or south, undoubtedly make you shiver simply thinking about the icy conditions here on Earth. However, this isn't the case on Neptune. The blue gas giant's south pole is really its warmest location. However, considering that Neptune's average temperature is around minus 328 degrees Fahrenheit, it might not be too warm. The photographs taken by Voyager 2 show the high white clouds swirling around a faint vortex at the planet's south pole. The clouds appear to cast shadows on the blue atmosphere below them. In this scenario, it is still truly quite cold. The bright patch highlighted at the planet's base clearly shows how much warmer Neptune's south pole is when viewed in the infrared version of the image. So if you're planning to float around in Neptune's atmosphere, just be aware of it. Think about traveling down. Even though South Neptune doesn't have as many moons as Jupiter or Saturn, this doesn't make its moons any less fascinating. The most fascinating and well-known satellite of Neptune is without a doubt Triton, but as NASA's Voyager 2 spacecraft approached the planet's moon, it was able to take 3 consecutive pictures of Triton's erupting volcanoes. The pictures show the almost geyser-like plume blasting up an 8-kilometer cloud of very small black particles into Triton's atmosphere. As we dive into the icy planet, consider landing on the subscribe button for more space-related videos. The Voyager scientists speculate that the reason for these eruptions may be that sunlight is absorbed by the shadowy elements within Triton's ice cover, warming the nitrogen ice and causing pressurized gas to escape through vents. Currently, the highly cratered moon of Jupiter, Io, the moon Triton, and Earth are all well known for their intense volcanic activity. It appears that hurricanes occur often, even on large planets like Neptune. As a gas giant, Neptune has no solid surface. However, in a picture taken by Voyager 2, 2 hurricanes can be seen swirling on the planet's surface. Neptune's surface is said to be composed of about 80% hydrogen, 19% helium, and the rest has traces of methane because that body is not a solid and mostly just made up of layers and layers of gas. If a person tried to stand on it, they would immediately sink into the gaseous layers. It experiences an uneven rotation of its atmosphere. When compared to any other planet in the solar system, the difference in rotation between the equatorial zone and the polar regions is extremely pronounced, resulting in extremely strong winds and violent storms. The equatorial zone rotates with a period of 18 hours, while the polar regions have a rotation period of about 12 hours. Gerard Kuiper actually discovered the satellite with a ground-based telescope, but it wasn't until Voyager 2 sent back images of the moon that its existence was confirmed as one of Neptune's outermost moons. This satellite was one of the notable discoveries and images captured by the Voyager 2 mission. Nereid is highly special because of its somewhat eccentric orbit. The satellite is actually so far from its planet Neptune that it would take 360 days on Earth for it to complete one orbit. Until we have another flyby mission to the planet, the history of Neptune's past will remain a mystery, and Neptune will continue to hold the moon in its orbit. Astronomers and scientists believe that perhaps the moon is actually a captured asteroid known as the Kuiper Belt object. Neptune was discovered 165 years ago on June 25th. To commemorate this event, NASA used its Hubble Space Telescope to take stunning pictures of the blue-green gas giant as it completed its orbit of the Sun and arrived at the exact location in space where it was first discovered. Which planet do you think NASA ought to investigate next? Let us know in the comments section below. Also, smash the subscribe button and enable the bell icon to get spot notifications.